go and I look online to figure out like what the fuck happened, you know what I mean? And so that's basically it. He got banned for a dick. He showed a frame of a dick. Did he know it was gonna be a dick? Because like that's the thing, right? Is that the way that they've always done things, this is like my my experience, right? Is that it matters like if it's going to, if like you know that it's bad and you click on it anyway, that's kind of like your fault. Right, but like if you just open up a random web page or somebody tweets a dick at you like randomly, and you know, it's like obviously that's a little bit irresponsible too, but it's like degrees of irresponsibility. So I don't know, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. It was safe for work porn. That seems like an oxymoron, man. Safe for work porn. I don't know about that, dude. Seems yeah, I don't think that's really a thing. Safe for work porn. You like the Sabaton Great War album? I fucking loved it, man. It's incredible. Go Game Asmongold, Twitch shit is out of hand. Well, wait a minute. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, let's listen and see what happened, okay? So, Twitch said the video was fine until they looked at it frame by frame. Okay. So Twitch said it was fine unless they looked at it frame by frame. Okay, so check the LSF thread for the picture. Well, okay. Somebody sent me a message in here. You know the safe for work porn things where they paint over them doing dumb shit like playing maracas instead of jerking a dude off? He watched that and apparently there was 3 frames in there somewhere that showed 1/5 of a dick. Okay. Let me say one thing, right? Before I would never show that video on my stream. I would never show the video on my stream. It just wouldn't. It seems like it's too big of a risk, personally. Yeah, I would not show that video on my stream. There have been a number of media share things that I've, you know, I've skipped, and I've thought that, okay, yeah, maybe this is like a little bit too much, you know, dog whistling or something like that. And that's basically it. Hear your voice. Oh, come on. Well, no, it's like, do you make the call to Google Fiber? No, I had to go over to my girlfriend's house yesterday, or I would have, but I left over there immediately. I know that I should have done it. Like, honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to tell you something about me. I put things off indefinitely, and I'm terrible at being able to commit to problems and solving problems. Like, I'm going to be completely fucking transparent. I am absolutely terrible at doing that. There are, like, I mean, I'm telling you guys, the light goes out of my bathroom, I shit in the dark. Okay? Like, that's the way that's what's wrong with me. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me, but this is the way that I live. I just go and I shit in the dark. And I know that it's stupid. Trust me, I'm fully fucking aware that it's stupid. Wait, where's the fucking guy? Oh, it's this? Arena Cash? What's this fucking here? Arcane Cash. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Goods Band, he had doubts himself, and he played it because chat just kept spamming. Yeah, I mean, to me personally, I try not to play anything that there's like any sort of a innuendo, right? And I think that a lot of people are trying to like draw, what do you call it? They're trying to draw like not really double standards. I'm trying to think of the word for it, right? Inconsistencies with like Twitch and like what's going on there. Personally, I think that if you want to know what Twitch is going to do about a different problem, a very easy way to figure that out is, will advertisers care about this? Ask yourself that one question, and if the answer is yes, then Twitch cares about it. If the answer is no, then Twitch doesn't care about it. It's really that simple. That's really what it's about. Now, obviously, Twitch, you know, I'm sure they have like their own like, you know, ethics and the way that they want to have the thing run. But the big thing to me, and like my understanding of this whole thing is, right, if somebody is, if I'm streaming, let's say, and I go into like a random voice chat, and somebody just starts like fucking popping off, like they just start saying that, they start saying the N-word, right? They do the worst thing. They start saying the N-word. And I don't immediately like turn it off, and like I laugh at it. I'm like, okay, dude, relax or whatever, right? If I laugh at it or show any sort of a positive reaction to it, you know, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. But if I just immediately turn it off, I'm probably not gonna get in trouble. And these are all like probablys, maybes, ifs, and you know, hypotheticals. But this is always like the thing that I do. And so if I see anything that I feel like it's kind of treading the line or whatever. I try to just avoid it. And I think that's probably a pretty good way to handle things in general. And especially with like watching videos and stuff. Because watching videos, it's just, you never know whenever you're going to get a video that's going to have something that might be safe for YouTube's TOS, but not Twitch's, right? And so I'd always try to be really careful about that. Check the screen. I play one on my wife. Should I get Classic whenever it comes out? Yeah, Classic's a great time to start playing the game. It's my advice, yeah. People, double standards, don't understand dick pics and accidentals. XQC played video fully knowing it was drawn over porn. Yeah, like in my opinion, right, is that if you know that it's draw over porn, like I wouldn't have played it, right? Now, should they abandon them for 3 days? In my opinion, is that I think they need a better system for kind of, because like Twitch loses money. Like XQC is a really big streamer, right? So like Twitch loses money and they lose revenue and traffic on the website whenever he's not online, right? Because he draws people to the website. So if they're effectively like hurting themselves. So the best thing for everybody is for a more proactive system that allows for these situations to not happen in the first place. And that's, I feel like that's kind of a common sense thing. Like, why would you not do that? And I think they just need to figure out a way to handle that better. What's up, Asmon? They'll go watch someone else. No, that's not always true. Like, so for example, like whenever I go offline, it's not like all my viewers go and watch another person. You know, for example, like some of them just go stop watching Twitch, right? I mean, there are certain, like, so here's an example. So let's say I'm watching S-Fond, right? I'm really enjoying S-Fond, and then S-Fond goes offline. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go watch XQC now, for example, or you know, like Zach. Then Zach goes online, and Zach goes offline, or XQC goes offline, it gets banned, and I stop watching the website. I just like, okay, well, there's nobody else here that I really want to watch right now, so I'm just gonna go watch YouTube. Right? This is exactly what's going to happen. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. There's Venom, and that's about it. Then on Twitch. Well, no, it's just like, so the whole thing with like the double standard stuff, like, I think that whenever you factor into it intent, there's a lot less double standard instances. Now, obviously, you know, there's going to be mistakes that happen. And I think that really that's the issue where I wish that Twitch was more, they were more open about why like people get banned and like kind of like what their stance on a specific subject is, because the main reason for that is that there's like a million different moving parts in each different ban, right? It's like what was the person doing, how long was it on the screen, what did they do whenever it happened, you know, and etc., right? And did they play something like that again? Is it the first offense, etc.? So there's a lot of different things that are like kind of all coming together. And I think that if Twitch was a little bit more public in explaining like why, or even making a comment on like, you know, regarding, you know, let's say like safe for work porn, you know, in quotes, this type of content is fully prohibited on Twitch under any circumstances. If they just said that, then I feel like nobody would be upset about double standards, because there would be a clear definition of the rule that was broken. But the problem is that there's no communication, right? And I understand why they don't communicate. I get it. I get why they don't communicate. But it also, there's a lot of times, especially whenever you don't have like the innate trust of the community, which clearly recently Twitch hasn't had, they need to have a better way of handling these situations and being more transparent. Like, that's all it comes down to. And that's it. Safe for work porn would mean no more titty streamers? Well, no, not really, because it's two different things. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but I think showing cleavage is a lot like, I mean, hardcore porn, like, you really think those are the same thing? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, listen, I'm all for abstract analogies. I'm all for abstract analogies, but I think that's a little bit reaching, okay? I know is bra bannable, but dick is not. Well, I don't know, because bra is technically underwear, right? I mean, and like, so it's just like, is showing your bra, like, is showing 1 second of your bra, I don't know, it's just like, it's so granular that it's impossible to really have like the exact same situation and compare them. And the point that I'm making, right, is that, you know, like, we can go back and forth as to whether is this fair or not, right? Does this fair or not? The point is that, let's say it was completely unfair and it shouldn't have happened. Let's just write everything off like that off right now. Let's just say it's completely unfair. That being said, what's going to happen in the future? Like, how do you solve this problem? And I don't know. Like, I think that the first solution, in my opinion, is to be more transparent, because every single time that they're transparent, that creates context, and it also creates precedence for other streamers to know. So like right now, I saw a little bit of this, like on the starting screen, right? Whenever people were like spamming the shit, right? So basically, they were upset because other streamers, right? They showed a dick on screen and they weren't banned. And I think that if Twitch explained the nuance to that from their perspective, then I think that a lot of people would either, it's like a take it or leave it situation, right? You can disagree with their decision, but at least you know that there's a conscious difference in their minds, right? And that's what I think they should do. And if they do that, it's going to be better for everyone. It's going to be better for the streamers because they're going to have more defined reasoning for why different things are banned and what Twitch considers important. It's going to be better for the viewers because they're going to have a more transparent governing body over the content that they're trying to watch. And it's going to be better for the other streamers that don't get banned, because I can guarantee you today in those other people's chats, people are going to come into their stream and call them a bunch of bad shit because they perceive an injustice. That's not a good thing, but it's a thing. And that's basically that. So those are my thoughts on it, right? Because trying to push the line by watching a video, though. Well, the thing is, like, yeah, obviously sometimes whenever you walk the line, you fall off. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, that's completely true. That's why, like, I don't really, you know, there's a lot of jokes that I could probably make on my stream that would be, they'd be fine, right? They'd be okay. But there's just this very, very small chance that if we do that joke, I'm going to get in trouble. And it is pushing the line. So it's like, it is making a joke about, you know, like, you know, the Boston bombing, like somebody brings up a pressure cooker and I make a Boston bomber joke or something like that. Is that really against the TOS? Not in a stated way, but it's clearly, it's pushing the line, right? It is pushing the line. And so I don't do it. I don't do it. And I think that it's very important to not try to push the line. I don't know, like, really, I don't know how many other circumstances or things that happen behind the scenes, but that's pretty much my stance on it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I've gone off for a while, so what do you guys think? You should ban Anel, to be honest. I don't know. I think that if it was used more often, I would. I mean, like, obviously, like, people do it sometimes, but it's not as common as, like, the whole try-hard thing, so it's just a matter of, like, frequency. But I think that Twitch, like, they need to figure out, like, what they want to do with, like, minority emotes, right? Because right now, like, a lot of the minority emotes don't really have a lot of personality or, like, intent and, you know, engage with them, right? Like, LOL obviously shows an emotion. Many of the minority emotes don't convey emotions in the same way. And because they don't convey emotions in the same way, people just take them on face value as, oh, this emote is a person, is this individual, right? Rather than is this individual conveying an emotion, right? Whenever you think, you know, like, LOL, you don't really think Total Biscuit as much. You don't really think, you know, anything that's associated with Total Biscuit, like gaming journalist or whatever, right? All you think about is basically just LOL, laughing. And that's basically what the difference is in my mind, right? Does that make sense? Yeah, F's in chat, exactly. Obviously, it's a terrible thing that happened, but I guess that's life. Rayquaza gifted a tier 1 sub to McConnell Rep. Well, thank God somebody did. I mean, no, he can't. He's not going to pay that himself. Thank you very much, Rayquaza, for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that, man. Okay, I'm going to watch a video approved by a mod, and a staff went through the video frame by frame 3 days later to ban him. Well, so it depends on, like, what exactly they said, right? So was it against the... So, okay. So there's a number of things that you have to unpack there, right? Did they ban him because of the 5-second clip, or did they ban him based off of the context of the video in its entirety? So is any instance of an individual watching safe for work porn a bannable offense? If the answer is yes, then it's a simple question. There's no double standards. They just literally did something that's against TOS, right? But if there are other instances of people watching safe for work porn, then it's more complicated. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense, guys? I hope that it does. I'm trying to explain this in the best way possible, and I think that honestly, I think I'm doing a better job than I usually do, but that's not really saying a lot. They said there was one frame where you could see something if you paused. Let's see. Forza watched the same video and didn't get banned. Well, that's a mistake. Yeah, that's a big mistake. That shouldn't have happened. Safe for work porn had a slip up and you can see a bit of the dick. Twitch doesn't ban women because it's in vagina pics and mods. It doesn't happen. I mean, like, I think that, like, that whole thing, the problem with that, here's the problem with that. And I know that, like, a lot of people, so this is the thing. It's the same, like, criticism that I think that a lot of people, like, that, oh, wow. There we go. Fuck yes. Fuck yes, dude. All right, we got 100 guy, level 30. Thank God. Now I have to use another terrible fucking person instead. Okay, just a second. Let me get rid of these. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, we're good. Now I'll go over to Mechagon and hopefully complete that shit too. Okay. Let's ask you, can't allow the precedent of allowing down the platform. How does other TOS really matter? And streamers literally you clearly violation of TOS. Have Twitch favoritism, don't get banned. Well, it depends on, like, how you define, like, Twitch favoritism. In my opinion, I think that if there wasn't so many people that were, like, so there's a lot of people, like, what Alinity did was bad, right? It was bad. Like, let me just get that out of the way. It was bad thing to do. But I think that the response from the community, because there are so many people that were in the community that very clearly just hated her, right? They just hated her. And I look at the comments, right? And they're like, oh, wow, these women are getting away with everything. And they turn it into a male versus female issue. I think that that actually encourages Twitch not to ban for it because they don't want to be seen as being pressured by something that can be interpreted as a misogynist push. So in a reverse psychology way, I actually think the outcry against Alinity made it more likely that she wouldn't get banned. And that's really what I think happened. I mean, and I know that some people are still not okay. Well, it's more complicated than that. I mean, it's not that it's still not okay or it is okay. It is what it is. And I think that, like, companies are really, really sensitive to that kind of stuff, especially in 2019. Like, let's be honest. Everybody knows how sensitive people are in 2019. You know, you say one thing, you do something wrong, etc. And suddenly you're going to be, you know, like, fired from your job or something like that, or anything. I mean, people are extremely sensitive. So you have one thing going, yet they bow to pressure from SJWs on Twitter. Well, when did they bow from pressure from SJWs on Twitter? Because, like, there were SJWs on Twitter complaining about Alinity and they didn't ban her. And so I think that it's more complicated than that. Yeah, I mean, when did that, like, which instance are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. No, the reaction was justified because Twitch said it's very strict nowadays. There's a reason why they implemented that. No, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, they have a pretty strict TOS. That's completely true. But, like, at the same time, I think a lot of people do just want to have, they want to have things be a little bit more transparent. And I think that, like, even as a streamer, I'd want things to be more transparent because that way I'd have a better idea on, like, what I'm allowed to and what I'm not allowed to do. Because right now, I play things extremely safe, and I wish I didn't have to. And so I'd prefer not to have that happen. Okay, let's see. He slipped on Twitch a slippery slope. Simple. Well, I don't know about that. Let's see here. About the Blizzard, I don't know about that. Okay, just a second. You can't tell the difference between anti-Lindy content, anti-Asmongold content, and law general. Well, what I mean is that, like, whenever you have people that, like, I think that honestly, like, the amount of people that say things that are, like, and I don't even like to use this word because I don't know, I think it's dumb, but they say things that are, like, very blatantly, like, anti-women, right? I mean, like, it's so common on Twitch, there's an emote dedicated to it, right? I mean, this is extremely common on Twitch. And whenever you have that happen, I think that the company is going to just reflexively go against what those people are doing. And I think that's something that obviously they need to understand and not do as much of. That's my opinion. So I don't know exactly, like, oh, what the fuck? I thought we were supposed to kill that guy. I guess not. Okay, what the fuck is this? What do I need to do here? Rescue these guys? Fuck them. Actually, I'll go rescue them. It should be easy. Okay, let's go. Forza watched the clip before the TOS was a thing. Wait. Forza watched the clip before the TOS was a thing, so it doesn't make sense to compare him to not getting banned. Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, that's a good fact. That's a good point. But even you said there are no women on Twitch, so who cares? Well, yeah, there's of course women on Twitch. Like, what do you mean? Like, the overwhelming majority of the population of people that consume Twitch content are male. Yeah, I mean, 100%. Like, it's obvious. And yeah, of course, like most of the people that watch Twitch are guys, but that doesn't mean that everybody that watch Twitch is a guy. News is anti-men, so of course you get reactions wherever there's anti-women. Well, I don't know about like news being anti-men. Like, I mean, look, I'm not really like a huge like Squad W guy, you know, but I do think there are a lot of instances of, you know, like, you know, women getting preferential treatment. Yeah, of course. And it's just like, what are you going to do about that? I don't think anything's ever going to happen about it, because guys basically, they use their guys basically, they're going to give women preferential treatment to, I guess, like, there's like this weird, I don't know if it's like a biological thing, but it's to show that, you know, they have control over the situation. They can like take care of them or something. There's a lot of guys that do that. You guys have ever been in like a WoW guild or whatever, and you've had some girl in the guild who gets a lot of extra loot because a guy likes her? It's kind of the same thing. And so it's just something that's going to always happen. I don't know if really you're ever going to get rid of it. It's an attempt at chivalry. Well, yeah, exactly. It's yeah, 2019 chivalry. I don't know really what else it is. Yeah, sure. That's probably a pretty good way to look at it, honestly. I agree with that. Okay, did you sort the internet last night? No, I haven't done it yet, but I need to do it. Yeah, then I still complain about dudes. Well, I'm confused here. I appreciate talk. You do Heroic Ashar already? Yeah, I will do Heroic. I might actually not do Heroic Ashar today. I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. I'm not sure. Game boost on video game, just go to well, I mean, that's the thing, is that like every single person is, you know, they have the right to, if like you want to give free carries to girls in a video game because you don't have a girlfriend, you're free to do that. I mean, you're free to do that. Like, is that like weird or sad or whatever? Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, can somebody invite me over to a server that has these rares up right here? Arachnid Harvester or Rust Feather. Can somebody invite me up to a server that has one of these two up? I want to try to kill them. Actually, let me look on the group finder real quick and I'll see for myself. Okay. Arachnid Harvester. Let's go up very soon. Fuck that. Okay, just a second. Harvester all timeline. Fuck. Okay, I guess I'll try to join this one real quick. I'll join this one, then do the rest of the quest. You already watched Captain Graham Machinima video? I don't remember if I did or not, honestly. I'm not really interested in looking at it right now. Did you see the anti-man spreading chair? I mean, like, I've seen some of this stuff like that. I have. I mean, to me personally, I think that a lot of that stuff is really stupid. The man spreading or anything like that. There are plenty of women who sit down and put their purse next to them, so men don't sit next to them. And I think the whole man spreading thing is stupid, personally. But I think everybody does. I mean, it's not like this is a big opinion that I have. I think pretty much everybody feels that way. There's like a few crazy people that don't, but besides that, everybody's kind of in the same page there. You think 15 in BFA is harder than Legion? I don't know. It's really hard to say, but yeah, probably. Actually, yeah, I would say a 15 is definitely harder. Yeah, absolutely, it's much harder. I heard just in ball and cock between. I don't know. I feel like also, like, I can close my legs and not man spread anytime that I want, right? I just don't think that there should be a social expectation for me to have to do that. There are two different things, right? It's not like I have to have my legs apart because my dick's so big that it's going to get in the way. I mean, you can tuck that shit in. It's no big deal. But at the same time, you shouldn't be expected to do that based off of, like, feminist social pressure. They're two different things. So yeah, that's the way. Okay, man spreading is normal whenever you're tall. I mean, yeah, I'm like 6'3" or so. I'm a pretty tall guy, but I mean, it's not like I have to do this all the time. I mean, I can just close my legs a little bit more. It's not really a big deal. I don't know. I think that there are always examples of like people in like public transport and everything like that who are, you know, like they're just assholes or obnoxious or whatever. So I'm kind of used to that. I mean, I've seen that a number of times before. Cock and ball torture chair, more like. No, it's not. I mean, like. It's a little bit too much, guys. Okay, just a second. Wait. What do you mean, dyslexic refs? You didn't phase me. Oh, there we go. Come on. Invite me again. Invite me again. No. No. Come on. Come on. I'm going for it. Got it. Okay, all right, mount time right now. Literal mount god. Literal mount god. All right, here we go. Pop the fuck off, boys. Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. The literal god of mounts. Total immersion, that's right. Okay.